Hey, we're back at the top again today with another controversial video. And why is it controversial? Well, it's because we're going over my opinions again. And you know how well giving opinions to others go over? Over 7 months ago, we went over my top 5 favorite Generation 1 Pokemon. It's been too long, but I did want to continue on to Generation 2. I just never had the opportunity. Yet, now I do. So we'll jump to Johto to reveal my favorites. Remember, this is opinion-based, so while you can just roast me in the comments, I'd recommend sharing your opinion on your favorites from Johto down below. But that is beside the point. Let's go ahead and dive into my top 5 favorite Pokemon from Generation 2, Pokemon Gold and Silver. Number 5 is an odd one for sure, but as most of these Pokemon are listed, they more than likely have a story behind them. We'll use OCTILLERY as an example, well, only because it's number 5. OCTILLERY is such an odd Pokemon, from how it evolves to how I used it back in my copy of Pokemon Silver. After I'd completed the game, I would train a group of Pokemon consistently on the SS Aqua ship. You know, the vessel that had the trainers with level 40 Pokemon that would make a trip from Olivine to Vermilion City and vice versa? Well, for some reason, I got at least 8 Pokemon up to level 50 plus doing this tactic. And I also got a few others to level 70 plus. OCTILLERY was one of those Pokemon to get to level 50 plus, which looking back is such an odd pick. OCTILLERY is not used much competitively. I wish it was, but alas, it's not. Like, at all. Regardless, it's one of the few Pokemon of this group to make it on this list. All of these Pokemon actually have a story, since Pokemon Silver was my first Pokemon game, so this game does hold a ton of memories. And FERALIGATR holds some of the memories after I deleted my original file, which is another story that I will get to in a later video. So on this go-around, I picked Totodile when I was just playing a game that I wouldn't save, which I unintentionally did. So I was stuck with that starter, and with a trainer named Mewtwo in all caps. It wasn't all that bad. When it came to the Elite Four, I just used the duplication glitch to get 6 level 47 FERALIGATRs to win. Kinda cheap, but remember, I was too young to think of a concept of training an entire team in a playthrough. Number 3 and 2 are actually a given. I see these most often in top 5s of Generation 2. However, TYRANITAR doesn't normally show up outside of the top 2. But alas, it does here. TYRANITAR was one of the 2 Pokemon I got to level 70 plus via the SS Aqua group, but that's not really why it's this high. I like its design. It's a beast in battle, and while it has a double weakness to fighting, it doesn't completely cripple it. While those 2 lift it alone into the top 5, what is holding it back is the lack of memories. Not that it's a bad thing, but it seems this list is powered by memory. It doesn't also help that Mega Tyranitar is a lot worse in my opinion than the original, but don't worry, I'm prepared for the roast in the comment section. It should be delicious, steamed hams and all. Number 2 is the other Pokemon from the SS Aqua group to get to level 70 plus. Scizor, however, has a lot of weight to it in terms of memory and prowess. As for prowess, the design is pretty flawless. Then again, the color red does draw more attention. That's why people in art or design run with the color red to attract your eyes to a certain spot. In battle, this thing is sick. It's the illest hitting them bullet punches, which are boosted by Technician. It also has one weakness, which helps it out a lot. Funny part is, I kept duplicating my Scizor in my Silver version and kept giving him out to people. With only one free metal coat given by the captain of the SS Aqua, you can understand why people kept asking me. But the fact that I had the attention span to get my TYRANITAR and Scizor to level 70 plus, especially the former only being in the last location unlocked in the game, Mount Silver, is a sight to behold. I had a lot of patience. There's a saying that is thrown out a lot. Usually the first of anything is the best. That holds true to me as well. When I started my first game on my Pokemon Silver version, I ended up picking my first Pokemon, Cyndaquil. Later, it evolved into Typhlosion, and I'd look like a fool if I said it wasn't my favorite Generation 2 Pokemon. The design is amazing, and I'm a huge advocate of the Fire type, so that helps too. I just really wish it was better in battle. I was hoping for more Mega Evolutions in Generation 7, but they decided to shelve those for what I hope is not a permanent thing. I know this choice is heavily biased, but ask yourself, your first Pokemon, which is presumably a starter, is it or is it not one of your favorite Pokemon? A majority, I want to bet, would say yes to this question. But not only was Typhlosion my first Pokemon, it was also my first Pokemon to hit level 100 naturally. It was not a part of the SOS Aqua group, however. It was trained throughout the story. And if you've forgotten, it wasn't until Pokemon Platinum that I started having a team of 6 to take me throughout the game. Yeah, it was that long. I was rolling with just my starter and HM slaves. I smart! And with that, those are my top 5 favorite Generation 2 Pokemon. And instead of roasting me in the comments section, turning me into steamed clams, let me know what your favorite Generation 2 Pokemon are, and why. I'd love to hear what you have to say. What's next for this series? Well, Generation 3, of course, but you won't see it until October. It's not that long. I'm actually kidding. I hope to continue this sooner than later, and in more ways than one. And if you enjoyed and want to climb to the top, go ahead and smack the like button as high as it can go, and subscribe to start the climb today. With that, I want to thank you for watching, and I'll catch you back at the top later on, because that's how we do what? I'm still biased.